When I first picked up this foot, it was obvious we had layers of separation, but even I couldn't have imagined how many I'd find. Welcome back to Nate the Hoof Guy. You can see how this claw has a bit of a curl to it. That is from all of those layers of separation building up on this claw. I'm going to take one swipe here and quickly reveal 3 different layers with one swipe. While these 3 layers are obvious, what's not obvious are the additional layers hidden beneath. This spot right here, that's where the original problem was. That's what initiated all of these layers of separation in the first place. Underneath that, that's where the problem lies. With that knife stroke, 2 additional layers of separation are revealed, and no, that's not the end of them. Before we go any further there, it's time to get this foot all shaped and balanced back up again. Now back to these areas of separation. Don't worry, eventually we're going to get to the bottom of this. You might think we're there, but not quite. Soon you're going to see what caused all of these layers to separate in the first place. So how far in can you go before they can feel it? Right to this level. That pink area, that is the corium. We don't want to go any further there. That's the sensitive tissues that produce this hard outer layer that she walks on. That's the area where this problem is occurring. So we need to remove any of these little bits like we have right along here. That is what's irritating this area and keeping it open. That's why all of these layers of separation happened. That was her attempt to try to release this sole that wasn't quite right, that was causing this irritation, trying to get those to fall away naturally. What we're going to do, we're going to remove all of them in one fell swoop, and that's going to allow this to heal once and for all. This is also the time when that knife work needs to become much more delicate. We're working around those sensitive tissues, trying to tease away all these little bits. So you got to take your time, go slowly, and carefully lift those away without damaging that corium. Now that we've uncovered the extent of this, we're going to get that other claw prepped and get a block on that. With these cooler temps, that block needs, or that glue needs a little bit longer to cure. So we're going to get that on now, and then we'll go back and tidy up any of these loose bits that remain on that other claw. No, that's not the UPS guy pulling in your driveway. That's the feed truck on this farm. Right in here, that's some dermatitis that has colonized on this area. Right in here is where that original defect was, and along these edges is what I have to remove yet. So we're going to get to that, then we can continue on with this cleanup process. If you're ever wondering why I take my gloves off sometimes, it's just for dexterity. So I can grab these little tiny pieces as I'm trying to pull them away. It's more difficult to do with gloves on, obviously. Most of the time, I'm trimming with both gloves on just to be a little bit safer. When I need that little added bit of dexterity, then I'm going to take that glove off so I can get a hold of that and pull it away safely. You can tell it gets a little tricky around these edges trying to tease these things away. You just got to take your time. You don't want to go too fast, trying to speed the process up. Just go slow, take little bits at a time, and eventually you'll get it all cleaned up. She'll thank you later for taking your time. Just a little bit more tidying up around the edges, and we'll be ready to get a salicylic acid wrap on this. That is going to take care of that dermatitis. Here you can get a good view of our work before we get that wrap in place. And with that wrap, she is done. A quick shout out to the animal science students at Bruce High School. No, Miss Butterfield wasn't teasing. As always, guys, thanks for watching, and we will see you all on the next one.